Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about 3 ways to get off the hormone roller coaster so that you can get your happy back. Fatigue, brain fog, lack of concentration, mental acuity. Any of this sound familiar? Ladies, even one of these can throw you off your game. Or maybe you're cruising through life and you wake up a hot mess with insomnia, slow metabolism, weight gain, loss of muscle mass, hot flashes. Sadly, the list goes on and on. Maybe you have one of these, maybe you have a few. You might even feel like you're crazy, like you're losing it. You look in the mirror and you say, "Who the heck are you?" You don't even recognize yourself anymore. Today, you're going to discover how I went from being an exhausted, overwhelmed, and often irritable woman to feeling balanced. You're going to discover how I balanced my stress hormones, my metabolism, and my reproductive hormones. You're going to discover how you can kick all those crazy hormonal symptoms to the curb and learn how to be energized, balanced, calm, and happy in whatever season you're in. Ladies, this is really important. Women spend 40% of their life in some phase of menopause. And according to Forbes, 73% don't get help. I've worked with a lot of women, and the one thing I hear over and over is, "I'm sick of being exhausted, overwhelmed, and feeling like this." Do you remember what it feels like to feel energized, vibrant, optimistic? So, who is this for? This is for you if you're always tired, or if you've increased anxious or depressed feelings, increased moodiness, have difficulty sleeping, weight gain, brain fog, struggling with emotions, hot flashes, or if you're anywhere from peri to post menopause. If you've caught yourself saying, "I'm so tired of feeling this way," only to be told that your labs are normal and to be offered some kind of prescription. My promise to you is to come alongside you to help you learn some of the simple basics to help you balance your hormones and become the CEO of your own health. Ladies, no one cares about how you feel and your health more than you do. And the reality is, you're exhausted. Your irritability is affecting your relationships. Your brain fog is affecting your life. You're carrying extra weight around the middle, which is dangerous. You need sleep. You want to feel normal again. And you may be on the road to bigger health problems. You might be thinking, is this my new normal? You've gone to the doctor only to hear that this is a normal part of aging. You've tried diets, exercise programs, and all kinds of expensive supplements. Maybe you're thinking your best years are behind you. If you're like me, you just want to get to the bottom of this and feel normal again. The good news is I'm going to show you 3 ways you can address your hormone situation and start feeling like yourself again. There are simple changes you can make to what you're already doing that will make a huge difference pretty quickly. So if you're feeling stuck, I get it, but you don't have to stay stuck. We are not bugs caught in a web. We are savvy women. We are smart and we can figure this out. The biggest problems right now, well, we're busy women. We're always on the go. and our nervous systems are in overdrive. We live in a world full of toxins. Our food, the products we use are loaded with ingredients that disrupt our hormones. And women are trying to manage their symptoms from a lack of balance, but are doing it without safe, healthy tools that actually work. Do you feel anxious about being on medication, including synthetic hormones, for the rest of your life? Have you suffered job performance issues because you're tired and foggy? Or let your family down because you were just too tired to do something, or you dropped the ball and forgot to do what you were supposed to do? Do you feel irritable for no reason? Do you wonder if your skin and hair will ever feel or look healthy again? That was a big one for me. I don't consider myself particularly vain, but when my hair and skin started changing, man, that threw me for a loop. Are you sick of the weight gain? Well, if you answer yes to any of these, do not panic. You know something needs to be done, but trying to figure it out and the solution seem out of reach, kind of like chasing a ghost. Very elusive. But you're in the right place. So, who am I? I'm Deirdre, and I'm 50. 50 hit me like a ton of bricks. My hormones were changing, and I hardly recognized it because I had a hysterectomy when I was 35. So if there are any other hysterectomy sisters out there, I'm sure you'll get this. We didn't have the same clues that some of the other women have. I was active. I was doing all the healthy things. And then suddenly what I was doing was no longer working. And it started slowly. It started with insomnia. And then the brain fog crept in. And then it was the irritability. And I didn't even notice at first how irritable I was. Like, just people, my family, they were just annoying me. I was just very easily triggered. And I didn't even notice it because I felt like it was everyone else. And then the weight gain. And that was super frustrating. And then, boom, hot flashes. And it was at that point that I realized that there was a hormone issue going on. So, the other side of my story is that with just a couple of simple changes to what I was doing, I was able to turn that all around. So, can you wave a magic wand and have happy hormones? Sadly, no, there is no magic wand. It does take some work. So, let's look at 3 common ways we are told to deal with hormones. I will show you the pros and cons of each. These are based off of my experience, and you choose what's right for you. So you can go to your physician for advice. This is definitely an option. The doctor will most likely write you a prescription. It will be easy to obtain, and you may experience some relief of some of your menopausal symptoms. However, there are some cons. You may not be taken seriously. Most women report that they feel that they are not taken seriously when they talk about these issues with their physicians. Also, the common hormone replacement therapies and other medications that you're often prescribed have risks and side effects. And some of the risks include an increased risk for blood clots, heart disease, and breast cancer, which, when you're a midlife woman, you're already at higher risk for those diseases. And some of the side effects are weight gain, mood changes, headaches, more emotional. And aren't these some of the symptoms we're trying to get relief from anyway? And then another problem is that the medication and synthetic hormones actually mess up your other hormones. So, this could be your new normal. That is definitely an option. So, what that means is you can stop worrying, stop trying to figure it out. It's menopause, deal with it, learn the skill of pushing through when you don't feel the best. Women actually do that all the time, right? I mean, that's one of our superpowers. We push through. So, the cons of this are that while pushing through is certainly an option, it doesn't get to the core of the issue. And I was still not feeling great. I still had brain fog, fatigue, irritability, mood issues, insomnia, weight gain, and hot flashes. So I knew that this could not be my new normal. The third choice is to address root cause issues. After a lot of research, I learned that in order to have balanced hormones, I just needed the right information and the right tools. So you might be saying, wait, what? Okay, here's the deal. We live such an unnatural lifestyle as women that we must intentionally support our bodies by adding the things we need and getting rid of the things we don't. We need to work on our lifestyle, our busy lifestyle, our stress, the food we eat, all contribute to an imbalance in our body, and we desperately need nutrients. There's a new area of science called epigenetics. Some might be familiar, others may not. And basically, what this says is that our behavior, so our lifestyle and the environment, can change how genes or genetics are expressed. So, what I'm saying here is that we have a bigger influence on our genetics than most people are aware of. So, let's talk lifestyle. The reality is the average woman uses well over 100 chemicals every day. They're found in our soaps, shampoo, makeup, lotions, cleaning products. And we consume even more in our food, medications, and environment. The problem is all the chemicals we are exposed to and are consuming are hormone disruptors, and they cause a lot of symptoms. And to make matters worse, excuse me, your nervous system is in overdrive. You are rushed, busy multitaskers, CEOs of your family. Your busy lifestyle raises your stress hormone, which throws off all of your hormones. Stress is such a big deal that I want to stop here for a minute. It is now accepted that 70 to 80% of doctor visits are stress related. And you don't just walk into the office saying, I'm stressed. It shows up in disguise, and chronic stress leads to problems. Chronically high cortisol breaks down every tissue in our body, and it disrupts the hormone and neurotransmitter production and balance. It suppresses immune function and contributes to high levels of inflammation. So I learned that we need to lighten the load on our systems. We need to reduce the external toxins. So that would be some of the environmental things that I talked about. And we need to reduce the internal toxins. So think of stress and even emotional toxins. We need to reduce the toxic overload. When we reduce the hormone disruptors, our hormones will be disrupted less, and the body will naturally start to balance out. and we've got to restore and repair. Do you know how important the gut is and the gut brain axis? I talk with many women who just can't figure out what's wrong. They're struggling with many of the things that brought you here today. And we now know that the gut brain connection, the gut brain axis, plays a critical role in how we're feeling and is often the root cause. It plays a critical role in stress response, mood state, and hormone production and balance. It also plays a critical role in immune function, energy versus fatigue, digestion, and metabolism. So here's your hot tip. The gut is crucial or critical for overall health. It's involved in virtually every biological process. And if you're having issues, you want to lay a solid foundation with a gut protocol. When the burden is lifted off the body and we properly support it with what it needs, the energy comes back and the symptoms start to go away. It's not normal to be experiencing all these symptoms. It may be typical, but it is not normal. And the great news is that you can repair your gut brain axis and balance hormones by adding targeted nutrients, eating organic whole foods, using safe products, and get back the normal you. Pros of getting to the root cause: focusing on the gut brain axis and a natural hormone balance approach will restore your vigor, vitality, and balance and get the normal you back. What would it feel like to experience improved stress resilience, lower your cortisol, have a better mood, more energy, improved sleep, more motivation, better cognitive function, improved metabolism and digestion, stronger immune system, and hormone balance? It'd be pretty fantastic, right? And the cons? My doctor said that nutrients and lifestyle weren't going to fix my issues, but I could do whatever I wanted, and I'm labeled a health nut. I can live with that. There are a lot of healthy products out there, and I learned that not all are created equal. You're not going to get what you're looking for by just buying something off the shelf, grabbing it off of Amazon or even Whole Foods. There are a lot of products out there that make claims, but they're not all backed by science. I had to find nutrients that worked, that would support my body, that were plant-based and had none of the bad stuff. You know, they needed to be all natural, no additives, no dairy, sugar, gluten, none of the gross extra junk, none of the fillers. So I made some mistakes along the way. I mean, we all do, and it's part of the learning process. I tried my doctor, it really got me nowhere. I tried a naturopath and a functional medicine doctor, and that was really expensive. It was a complicated protocol. Frankly, I gave up. And for me to give up on a protocol, that says something, because I love supplements and I've been using them for years, but these were really complicated. And I didn't get the results I was looking for. I did try to do it myself, and that just took a lot of time. And I learned a lot, and that has led to me to where I am today. But again, it took a lot of time, a lot of money, and it was complicated. So, and the other thing is that we're human, right? So I'll get on a program like most of us do, and then it's just hard to to sustain the program, right? Like we can't go off of all the foods that we love and maintain a perfect lifestyle all the time. So I know that I'm human and I'm going to screw up on the food, the lifestyle, the sleep, all the things. So often I would just then quit. I was either on the wagon or off the wagon. So I needed to find a system that was sustainable and that I could go off now and again and then recover, right? Repair. It's all about restoration and um, and maintenance. So here's a bit of my why. These I'm an empty nester, and my family is my why. And these pictures just say so much of who I am uh, today, right? Um, my goals, my pillars are to be healthy, both physically and mentally, to travel and have amazing life experiences, to look good and feel good about myself, and to help others achieve the same. So, just some of these pictures on the top right hand corner, I'm there in Guatemala with my sponsor child, and those are just some amazing memories. I was able to go to Guatemala twice with my daughter and spend time with our sponsor child. And down below, there's a picture of a whole bunch of us on a bus, and I took my family to Costa Rica. And on that trip, we went on a service project to a small village and just did all amazing things for them in that village. And these are just some life experiences in Panama and Costa Rica and Lake City and California and New York City, and just um, just some amazing, amazing experiences that I get to have. So you might be saying, wait, I've been down that road. It led me nowhere. So have you or your friends tried supplements that didn't really help? Yeah, I get it. And that's one of the problems with DIY, doing it yourself. You're right. Most people end up buying things that don't work. I did that and I kept searching. The only reason I started sharing this is because it truly works. I remember the day my good friend Wendy called to thank me for thinking of her. Once she addressed her gut and her hormones, her mood leveled out, her anxious feelings decreased, and her energy improved. She was able to ditch the wine and chips. And I'd like to tell you about my friend Lynn from New Jersey. Lynn described herself as an aging rapidly to an ageless warrior. So before our protocol, Lynn saw herself as an athlete turned couch potato. She was struggling with brain fog, no energy, no motivation. She had gained some weight, had constant sugar cravings, and a severe hormone imbalance. Now, after the protocol, her brain fog is gone, her energy has returned, she's back to working out. She lost 8 pounds without a diet. Her cravings disappeared and her hormones are rebalancing. And Deborah, my friend Deborah from New York, her story was a little different. Before our protocol, she was struggling with brain fog, anxious feelings, low energy. Now she feels joyful, energetic. She's developed stress resilience, more confidence. Her creativity has returned and her overwhelm is gone. And one of the exciting things is she has now realized that what she had been feeling was really concealed depressed feelings. It's like the depressed feelings lifted and her old self came back. So, is this right for you? I don't know. Only you know that. I do know that a lot of people are afraid of change. A simple system and small changes will make a big difference in your everyday life. Your energy, your mental clarity, mood, and so much more. Restoring and maintaining balance is the key. It's the key to your health. So you get to choose. You have a choice right now. If you're listening this far, you're probably thinking, well, what are the next steps? I've set aside some time next week to speak to you personally about how to begin to get your body balanced. We might even be able to talk sooner than that, maybe within the next day or so. It depends. It's really up to you, but I believe that you were brought here to this presentation for a reason. It's not an accident that you stumbled across this. There's something within you that has asked for change and is looking for solutions. And this is how you wound up here. There is no cost to talk, it's free. What we're trying to determine is if this is for you or not, if this is the right fit. So, who is this for? This is for you if you're committed to learning how to understand your body and balance your hormones. You must be willing to invest in your health. You must be serious about doing it the right way. You must be willing to be the CEO of your own health. How much is it costing you to stay where you are? Think about the time at the doctor's office and all those medical bills and co-payments, medication building up in your body, long-term side effects, feeling frustrated and helpless, like what's the use? Maybe I'm just getting old and not aging well, missing out on outings and social life because of feeling fatigued or needing to rest or just not feeling up to it. Strained marriage and relationships because you always feel exhausted and on edge. Loss of joy. I hear that a lot, that people just feel their happy is gone. Are you going to wait to become the CEO of your own health to get your happy back? I said it before and I'll say it again. No one cares about your happy as much as you do. So let's lay out a personalized plan. We'll troubleshoot your biggest hormone disrupting offenders. Stop putting a band aid on your problem. Address root cause issues. Let's rise out of this crazy cycle of prescription after prescription, exhaustion, mood swings, irritability, insomnia, weight gain, and more. And let's finally succeed and get the results you need in your life now. So the next step is to click on the button next to this video. That will take you to Facebook Messenger where you and I can connect. I'll ask you a few questions about your life, what you've gone through, and where you'd like to go. Please tell me as much as possible so I can determine if I can help you and if this is something that you're looking for in your life right now. If you're interested in getting off the roller coaster, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, And no matter how hard you try to get to the bottom of it, we need to talk ASAP, especially if you're interested in getting to the root cause and exploring holistic solutions. This may or may not be for you, and that's absolutely okay. We need to connect to determine this. So click the button next to this video and let's get the ball rolling in the right direction. So many women are exhausted and unhappy. They are busy running, overscheduled, overcommitted. They've given so much of themselves to their job and their family. Their cup is empty. There are natural, holistic ways to restore and rebalance. But first, we need to talk. I'm looking to coach and mentor a few women so we can lock arms and achieve these goals together. This isn't one of those things where you get to it later, because 99% of the women who leave this tab open to come back never do. Then what happens? Another 6 months, a year, 5 years go by with no change. Will you be stuck in the same life you have today a year from now? Or worse, will you decline even more? Did you achieve the goals you set out to accomplish New Year's Eve? Let's talk. Click the button next to this video and let's chat ASAP. I usually check my messages a few times a day, so I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for spending time with me here today, and have a great rest of your day. Be well.